everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to checkmate with the king and queen only, and also how to avoid an embarrassing failure that can occur in most games against beginners. So let's get started. First of all, how to mate with the king and queen. So let's presume you are white in this position and you have successfully promoted your pawn to a queen. So now what do you do? The first thing to consider is that checking won't do anything. The king can just move out of the way, and your checks will eventually lead to a draw by the 50 move rule. So let's go back. What can you do if you cannot check? Well, actually, with this method, you don't even have to check the king once. The black king will not be checked until it's time for a mate, in which case it will not even be check, it will be checkmate. So let's get started. The first thing is to position your queen a knight's jump away from the enemy king. For example, if a knight were on this square b6, then it would actually attack the black king. So we have to move the queen to that square. After we have followed this rule, then after the black king makes a random move, then we can copy the black king. For example, if the black king moves one square diagonally left, then we move one square diagonally left, exactly as the king. So let's see how this method works. Let's see. So white copies the black king makes another move. Now white cannot copy the black king, so the method is to cut off the king on the rank. This is actually a very complex problem. So let's go back. Let's say the black king plays this and we play this, and the black king doesn't go in this corner because that is some advanced stuff. The black king just goes on this corner. It's a simple technique, just copy the black king. Let's say the black king moves here, we move one square here because the black king moved one square to the right. So now the black king moves, and the queen moves, the king moves, the queen moves, and the king moves one square diagonal to the left, and the queen just copies the black king. Remember, always keep the queen a knight's jump away from the king. Now let's say black plays this move. The queen is a knight's jump away from the king, but it's your move, so you have to copy the black king. Let's move like this. Now the black king is cut off on this file, so he has no choice but to move in this direction because this square is covered by the queen. So the king moves here and the queen suffocates him further. The king cannot move on the second rank, and king cannot also move backwards, so the king has to come forward and the queen follows him. Notice how we are creating a trap and we are limiting the numbers of square that the king can travel to. After the king moves to the corner of the board, we should stop the copying. If we move the queen here, that would actually cut off this square, this square, this square, and this square. But you realize that the king isn't in check and it's black's turn, but he cannot move anywhere. So it's actually a draw by stalemate. This is the embarrassing failure. For example, the white moves here and the king moves into the corner and white copies the king. This is a very embarrassing failure where you snatch a draw out of the jaws of victory. So, how to manage victory? The trick is to not copy the king. Remember, now the king only has two squares to alternate. So we bring our own king in, and now the king moves. And yeah, the king is stuck in an infinite cycle while our king can get closer. And in this position, after the king moves like this, either queen to h2 is mate or queen to g2 is mate. There's also this mate, which is queen to e1 mate. Yeah, there are a lot of mates. This is actually known as a queen and helper checkmate. The helper can be either the king or any other piece, even another queen or another pawn. So let's get to the very complex position that we had before. Where was it? Yeah, it was this. So the king moved here, and the queen cannot move to the corner. The thing is, we have to cut off the king to limit the number of squares that the king can go to. As you can see, by moving here, we are cutting off the king from going to this whole side of the board, and we are also making sure that the king is a knight's jump away from the queen. The goal of this knight's jump away method is to cut off the enemy king from escaping and running away. So yeah, after the black king moves anywhere, we continue the copying, and here, and here, and here, and here. And then after the king moves into the corner, remember, do not copy. This is a stalemate. So bring your king closer. King moves, yes, 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 yes. And in this position, after the king moves here, you don't need to bring your king here. This is simply a checkmate. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. In the next video of chess basics, I'm going to teach you how to do the rook roller mate with two rooks. Arguably, that mate is even more easy than this mate. If you thought this mate was easy, please smash the like button. And if you like my content, please smash the subscribe button. That's it, nothing more to say. If you liked this video of chess basics, then you can also see the chess basics playlist. And yeah, you can also see my second channel, Tactical Clips. All links in the description down below. And you're about to see an end screen right now. So all the links are on that end screen. Just click one of them and enjoy.